this is Divine Sunshine coming to you live. No, you're not early, Vicky. Am I late? No, I'm just signing on. I was trying to give you all some time, and plus I was kind of fumbling around with the camera as well, and so that's what I was doing at the same time. I'm trying to see, do I want to wear my glasses so I can be able to see? Let's see, which one is these? My half ones? I think these are half ones. So I can see, but I think I can, but I'm gonna put them out just in case. And I'm on my phone too, so I'm trying to see how am I able to chat back at the same time to make comments. Okay, I see that. No, I don't want to stream live. Okay, I see that. Okay, but I'm not able to on here to say make comments. So that's okay. So you all be commenting to me, but I won't be able to comment back to you. And I gotta turn sideways. I wonder if let me see if I change the orientation of it. Yeah, if I change the orientation, am I able to talk then? Or no, cancel, post a comment. Yeah, I have to do it that way. Ugh, I don't like the long way. Yicky yak. But that's the way I'm going to have to do that if I want to go that way. I know it sounds like, they're like, what is she doing? We on the roller coaster ride. I can see your comments, but I can't do anything else to it. So we're going to leave it that way on this one. Okay, so right now the overall energies that we have for the collective is step out of your comfort zone. We had what we experienced here lately was the Libra, the full moon in Libra, and although we're in Aries, so we know that already with the Libra it's about partnerships, but it's also about balance. I'm kind of trying to see where's the thing that is down here. It's also talking about balance. So in keeping up with balance here, there's a lot of push. I know Benita always tease and say she's our reporter on the street. And she's saying that she's already feeling for the divine masculines or just the collective in general. There is a storm coming. So, in knowing that a storm is coming, and I had said that in the last reading, because I told you my readings connect. So it's like a storyline and it's like lessons. So we talked about the storm coming. I told you I pictured it was like a storm that was coming. And the storm was coming and it was shaking up things like apple cider vinegar, like the getting all the good parts, the bad parts, and everything's getting shaken up because things had settled. That would be just like what it's saying about this card here, which is, again, getting out of the comfort zone. Some of us have been in our comfort zone, rather is we have not stepped out to go ahead and to go and do that mission or that work, or we feel like we're being pushed to go ahead and do something outside of ourselves, or we're in that relationship that we just haven't moved. And right now, some people might have been getting their walk-in papers. Maybe this person said, this is the final time. I told you to get out. I need you to get out now. So some of those things are kind of happening and occurring as well down the line. And so this is something we have to understand. Some of us are staying in these things. And the next card he has here, and I asked about the moon influence. Some of us are, you're able to see it, I'll do it like this. Some of us are staying in this because of it's the past. It's our past holding us back. Some of it, I'm getting several layers of it. Some of us, the past is holding us back is because of things that we have done in the past, family traits, family commitments that was made, things in our past lives have also played a part as to why we're being held there, like we're being held accountable, or we're making ourselves be held accountable. And we need to let go. We already know, especially if you didn't heard it so many times in the twin flame or in the spiritual collective, that karma is over. Right now, if you're in situations like that, it's either you're trying to wait until it, to me, literally works out your system, or either, again, I always picture it just like plumbing system is still in there and it's still trading its way out, but there's no more things feeding that source. Or a person is still in it because it's in their comfort zone and they just like a baby feel like I'm comfortable here. I'm scared to move on to the unknown because I'd rather deal with the devil that I know than to deal with the devil that I don't know, or the unknowns about where I'm going to go. So this is where we are. Emotionally, there are some storms. One thing that it was came to me as well. You would think it would be the opposite, but Spirit has been led to be tell you all. This means this is where we really start looking at our eating. Okay, so some of you all might be instinctively feeling as if you want to start to eat lighter now. This would be one thing because they're saying again, the lighter you are, the more anchor you are into the spirit. And so this is what they're telling you because right now, according to like Benita, we are needed for these storms that are going to come. We're going to be needed as light workers to be able to anchor for not only for the collective, but we're going to be able to also for our partners for what they're about to go through. Because some of them I heard the word, it's a shakeup that is about to occur. It's a shakeup that is about to occur. I told you in the Divine Masculine reading, if you did not see that, the Divine Masculine exposed, I think it's got a big old exposed there at the beginning of it. They are going to be at the point that they are going to be exposed. Divine masculine energies are going to be exposed for things that has been done as far as in their leadership, how they've been portraying their images. It's all 3D stuff that's got to get cleared out in order for this union of coming together of this true merging. Now, some of them, the divine masculines, like Benita and I was talking about, have awakened already. And if you awoke, like I say, part of woke divine nation at this time, you are now, the next thing is that we got to practice you really truly being able to slough, they saying slough off all those energies, those things that no longer serve you, that you no longer need. So this is where we are now. So again, we are now getting to a point. This almost looks like shackles. This is interesting. This looks like shackles to me. Again, like freeing ourselves from the shackles, freeing ourselves from the limitations that we have put on ourselves, in which that needs not to be there. And so again, there is the same, same symbols again there. One got up, one's down. And so we got to step out. I see they say North Node and South Nodes are being represented here. Okay. And so these two things, as far as us creating that balance, is something in which I'm gonna look. Oh Lord, I got my thing. Yes, I can. I can look it up on you. I want to see how is this affecting. This is interesting with that. While I'm doing that, please make sure that you go and get your register for the 4/4 event. Make sure you, excuse me. Make sure you register for the 4/4 event that I am trying to look. Can you do banners? Yeah, I can do banners. No brand. I know I got more than that. Yeah, register for the 4/4 event that is happening this Sunday. We are just days away from it occurring. Okay, I should have went on ahead and said, what's the north, what a north node and that south node? Clear. Okay, what is, and then also take a look at and seeing about as well, who are the speakers that are going to be here? Node and south. Yeah, okay. Because I'm not going to speak on something I don't know that most on. Okay, I like this. Okay, now you took that. I gave you something to look at while I was looking. Okay, so I like how this person said the North Node. It was. I like how it said the bottom line. The North Node represents our karmic paths. So the North Node is we got to step out our comfort zone. So that means anything that's the lessons, the karma, the karma, the hard lessons that we learn, we've got to now be able to, with the energies, is to step out of it. Okay. All right. And we came here to learn, or the language we are learning to speak. The South Node, which represents don't let your past hold you back, reveals the challenges and gifts we bring in from previous lifetimes. And so again, this is still about the past and dealing with the past lives that we have here too, but also the karmic ties. And so again, being able to step out of it. That's why I said, again, there's a storm coming, and in that storm of things coming, there's also a being pushed to get out of those shackles. Shackles to me, again, is those things that's been binding us and tying us to stuff like the old ball and chain, those kind of things. I think about that one that has in the, I think it's in the wisdom thing, they're talking about attachments as well. So what's the overall energies for the twin flames? Because we're doing it from an emotional standpoint. That's why I did the moon cards clear. What is going on for overall for the twin flames, the divine masculine and divine feminine energies collectively, the underline. Here we go. Getting ourselves back into understanding a caring connection. I'm trying to find it this way where it doesn't have the thing here, but it's going to show it regardless. Caring connections. Okay, this is much better. So I put it right here. Caring connections. So that to me is getting really truly in line with what things that are more so truly caring. Because to me, these lessons are really making us so that we could be able to care for ourselves, take that time to have that practice, that self-love that we truly need to help us to become one. So Libra represents partnership. So again, how in this full moon that we have is helping us to understand of how we are connecting and associating with other things, but then how's that affecting and coming back to self? Some of us are kind of needed to get to the point where we're saying, no, I'm feeling also. Some of us got to be able to represent and hold, like you say, hold the line or toe the line, hold the line and toe the line. For ourselves. So you're holding the line and say stop, but then you got to toe, which means you got to put in the work and make sure you reinforced what kind of healthy boundaries that you have now, or whatever things that you have put in place spiritually on your walk and your journey is firmly, they're showing me like a stake in the tent with a lot of wind, that you have put your stake in the ground, you rooted and grounded so that anything that comes along in the storm that blows you around will not make you to waver or to move. It's also saying cornucopia. That means we have put in our harvest. Put it this way, we have put in our harvest at this time and we're waiting. Now it is time for us, we planted the seed, and so now it's time for us to be able to things to come to bloom or to harvest or to come to be, so we can be able to have that abundance as well. I'm seeing also this butterfly. I might put my glasses on. I'm seeing this butterfly here too, and I'm seeing the number 11, which is causing that balance. And 11 to me also represents that foundational balance of us being able to have what's good for the left is good for the right as well. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So whatever we're doing for ourselves is not only good for the collective, but it's also good for our partner as well. Our cohort, heart, HEART, our cohort as well. I'm trying to semi-move away from being which a counter our counterpart as well. So this is where we are with these. Okay. Looks like to me also in this connection that we have, really truly being able to know that we're supported and we have each other's back. It's like this is the trade-off for us to go through this. Truly for us in our divine masculine energies to really truly support the divine feminine energies, and for the divine feminine energies for her to be able to receive the beauty in the connection, or to receive the beauty in the lessons that is being gained and taught in the past or up until now, so that she can be able to, in our divine feminine energies, to be able to break out of that comfort zone that we actually are in, and we don't allow things from the past to hold us back. Old things, old paradigms, old relationships, people telling us of the past that we still hear going in our head like a broken record, or something going on in the background, or like those subliminal messages. We still trying to do something new, but we still hear what Aunt Martha said to us about us, that you can't do it, you ain't smart, you ain't pretty, you not handsome, you can't do it, you got a record, what you trying to do, ain't nobody gonna believe what you're doing. And so these are the things that the divine needs to, you as the divine need to work on and getting rid of, because these things have been like a shackle around you. The heart of the matter in what's happening, because we're doing emotional check-in. So now let's get into the what's the heart of the matter, and then we're going to split off and see about the two energies. So the heart of the matter, the emotions and what's going on for the twin flame collectively. Put you on the bed. Clear. Is this could be the one, okay? I'm putting it this way. Sorry, this away. This could be the one, okay? So in understanding that this is you've already met the romantic party you seek. I'm going to take it, it says that, but I'm going to take it further, which is, again, you have seen what truly is what makes you happy. You now know what you exactly want to connect with and associate, connect your power with at this point. And so you're now knowing beforehand. I'll say even with ourselves in the journey, they have been kind of like I ain't too sure. I'm not too sure. It's been a hesitancy, but now in this year, and I would say because of maybe even COVID or things that have happened up until now in the past, they have helped you to be able to truly solidify about this could be the one. This could be the one about as far as what you want to do in your mission and purpose. This could be a one is about like, hey, this is what I want for my life. I see it now. Beforehand, I wasn't too clear. This could be the one as far as saying, hey, this is my twin. No more looking at 2.0. I'm not wavering back and forth. This is what I want. I want the love of my life. This is what I know. I know I want something good. This way is for my highest good, whatever it is. So this is where we are. You've got a lot of spiritual team that has been backing you up and has been talking to you emotionally in your spirit to get you in line with this moment. You've gotten to the point now in your divine masculine energies is ready to receive this. This is interesting because we say caring connections. And so the divine masculine is ready to really take your hand to be a partner in this energy. And that's so within, they want me to stress to you, and so without. So some of you all say, well, if you're listening just for the partnership, remember again that we are here to be, again, we hold both energies, divine feminine, divine masculine. We might be divine feminine today, divine masculine tomorrow. So I read on my readings, if you're new to this channel, I read with both intentions because I don't know which one that you might be resonating in for that day. Okay. And so again, most of us, our goal is in to be as twin flames is to be balanced, that we have a little bit of this, a little bit of divine feminine and a little bit of divine masculine energies, and that we have that merge within, which will help to have that merge without. And so here we have your romantic partner. So we have that. So we're in the state of, we really know what works well for us, what's good for us. Okay. Because we understand there's some unfinished business here. Now, this goes back to, sorry, you can't see, I'm doing it like this because the light is shining on there. Okay, maybe if I pull back a little bit. Okay, so this is unfinished business. Okay, so with this unfinished business card here, we see that, let me see, is this the, yeah, that is it. Okay, with the unfinished card here, we know that if they're even talking about these karmic situations, or even if we're talking about also the the past experiences, past lives that we had as well, that it's unfinished business. Several things that I'm getting in layers is if we stay there, it's going to be, again, we know that we have some things, it's other out there. It's like, it's a world out there. It's like almost like, I don't know why I'm thinking about flowers in the attic, but like somebody holding you captive. And, you know, maybe for a while you didn't know anything but this where you lived, and then all of a sudden now they free you, and you're like, oh my God, it's a whole world out there that I know nothing about. Some of you all being in these comfort zones or being in these relationships and these karmic lessons with persons, places, things that you had to go through, is not really for you to be able to stay there. The reasons why those karmic situations come is for you to be that dojo, which means you are getting the lessons so that you could be able to put on the true path that you must go. And this is where it is that they're saying about getting out this comfort zone, because it's unfinished business. Karmic situations are only supposed to be temporary. They're not supposed to be something that you live on in continuous loops like Groundhog Day. Okay, you are supposed to graduate. Okay, you're not supposed to stay there like, what's that college movie? It was Ice Cube and oh Lord, I think his name is Red Alert. And it's like, man, you've been here for how long in this college? When you gonna graduate? And then it's like, you know, I'm making me a career being a college student. And you know, they finally did, when somebody came along, you know, and told them and helped them. They finally did graduate from it, but they was there for, it was a high school or college. It was one or two, and they was there for a long period of time. And this is what the universe is saying. You know what? You're not going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a storm so we can shake things up and say, you've got to let go. I'm seeing them like a person. We've seen, especially if we've seen all through this twin flame journey, some of us been 10 years and plus, have seen where, if we've been always saying the divine masculine energies is on the fence. That's how our energies is in the world. Somebody within us, when we have our movement in the world, we are scared to make that next step into the unknown, where we really truly are surrendering, as Sean has said about the circling the drain and actually surrender. Please make sure that you look at the one that I did, the candid conversation with Sean. Lots of good gold stuff in there. Good stuff is golden all through there, as April says that. So you must listen to that to help you to understand the journey better. I would advise you to look at it if you're just on the journey, or you're feeling like, again, you're a little bit 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I would definitely say watch that video that is on this channel with Sean and I, saying a candid conversation with Sean. Make sure that you look at that. But this is what it is. It's some symphonies and some songs that have been written. You want this new beginning, and you also understand that you being a very unique person, you're not going to attract situations that's going to be normal for everybody. You know, when we're talking about this, like I'm seeing something that was talking about having true love. Understand that true love comes in a different form. It comes a different way. It's not like other loves. It's going to express differently, and it's going to express differently for each person. And us on this path want to either is connection with us, or the true love of being with our person, or the love of just being of self, or finding that love or passion as far as us in a job or something that we actually want to do in life. It's going to take us to do it in a very unique way that maybe have not been understood by others. And that's why you have to truly be able to understand what it is that you want, and understand that you truly this is the one. This is the one. This is what I need to be doing. This is the career I want to do. This is the partnership I want. You need to do that. And I think that's interesting. I said that because, you know, I sprinkle in coaching with my thing. So if you're new to know that as well. But this morning it came to me and said, you know, what type of lover do you want? You know, and then again, I had to sit there and think. That came to me when I was washing up. And then I was like, yeah, what type of lover do you want? And then say, okay, now turn those attributes and those characteristics on yourself and see, are you being that even to yourself? You got to be your own lover. I can hear Prince, I want to be your lover. I want to be your mama and your sister too. That means I want to be everything to you. And we have to make sure that we are willing to be able to do that first to ourselves. And I think a lot of us are, not you all, I'm not preaching to you. I know I'm preaching to the converted, but I'm going to just say this in general, are looking for our divine counterparts or our cohorts to be everything for us, and we're not everything to ourselves. Okay, that's something. So for the divine feminine energies here, right now the divine feminine energies in her feelings, or feelings in her feels right now, feels vulnerable, feels like she doesn't have any protection at this moment. She feels defenseless and helpless. Feels like, okay, the storm is coming, but it has turned the umbrella, which is her protection, kind of upside down. And the divine feminine energies also is feeling that emotionally in her feels, is feeling relieved. How, because some kind of way she knows in her spirit, as the comedians say, in my spirit, something told me in my spirit that they're going to be rescued. Like, this has got to happen, because this is, again, like spirit is coming to their aid for the divine feminine energies. And looks like they got a cat here, which to me means they're going to bring her back there. This cat is orange, so they, again, it's going to give them life. Like they say, I'm going to give you life back. You're going to be able to be flexible with this. Again, there's like 9 lives. I'm going to give you some more things for you to be happy about in life as well. I'm seeing her as as a child. She understands that right now she's in the development age for the divine feminine energies there. And with this truck here, got this ladder against this tree, which to me is, again, you're gonna get a little help and assistance, divine feminine energies in your spirit, to be able to gain that knowledge that you need in order for you to be able to achieve. Okay, so you're going to be feeling a little assured, some kind of way, with what's going on now. And on a deeper level, you feel assured to say yes, because some of us do call in that storm. Okay, sometimes we call that storm because we're like, listen here, we keep on going around and around, circling and drain, and we don't surrender. Maybe we do something very drastic. Maybe at that point we will get that point, or our counterparts or our cohorts will be able to get the point to say, hey, this ain't working. We've been in this comfort zone for a long time, and I'm thinking that our past is holding us back. For the divine masculine energies, okay, for the divine masculine energies, we have the following. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Looks like this. This one. Right now, they're sad about some things. I think the sad is more so of a grief of knowing that you got to be dejected. Oh, so some kind of way they feel like in some ways they have been dejected. They have been abandoned. They have been thrown out. So they feel by the storm that's coming on is going to be dejected, means to really just be not made a part of. So you got to let go. And so they're going to be where they feel is their comfort zone. They actually are going to be like Sean did, and we say, you're going to be pushed. They're going to be pushed out of that space, which they thought they were flourishing and growing in. I'm thinking like a sunflower, but some of them, because of their own brilliance, and that's the only flower that dies underneath its own brilliance, its own weight, because of a sunflower. They could be able to die. It becomes too big. It becomes too much. It's like you growing, and some of them have become awakened, and what I'm feeling with them is getting to the point they're saying, okay, you get too big, like that tribe card where you're getting too big for the space that you're in. They also feel like they're inadequate. It's like, some of them I'm feeling like with them and saying, it's not time yet, I need just a little bit more time. You know how you do that, and you come on every little excuse underneath the sun not to move on, because of you coming up with all different things to say, okay, now I'm ready to move, but I got to do this. I'm ready to do this, but I got to do this. It's always one more thing. To me, it's look like to me when I look at this, it's like, okay, we getting ready to move. We're getting ready. They're really getting ready to move, but it's going to challenge. It's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle with this storm that's coming up here. But at the same time, um, it's something that's going to help to deal with this worthlessness. This is where I'm feeling, and this incompetence and being ill-equipped. Sometimes with these challenges that come along, they help you to be able to know, uh, uh, being able to do that will help them to become strong, you know. So they're grateful some kind of way. Again, in divine master energies, they're grateful for the things that they had, and some of them will say, I'm grateful for the experiences that I have. I understand the storm is coming. Maybe some of them know it's on the end, or they even got their walking papers. Somebody said, nah, it's time to divorce, or someone's telling them on the job it's time to go. You know, they can feel it coming, and they like feel calm. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. So some of them can feel it's coming in the air tonight. Some of them know that honestly, if they will talk to themselves, they just say, you know what, I've been bored. I've been staring at the clock on the wall saying, how long in the divine master energies, but they just never had the courage to go ahead and push themselves to go ahead and move forward. So they're ready, really saying they're ready for, I'm hearing them saying, the divine master energy say, I'm ready to be surprised. It's like, hey, whatever you got going for me, you know, surprise me. You've never been like that. It's like, you like, I don't know what options. I don't know at this point exactly how I want it to happen. All I know is the general point that we say for my highest good, and that's it. So surprise me. So some of the divine masculines, that's one of them. Some of them feel like, again, when the storm does happen, it's going to be a surprise, like surprise, and it's not in a good way for them. But then on the deeper level, like I said, from this divine feminine energies, if it's a male, I would say within him and his emotions, he knows that he is ready to go ahead and let this happen. It's relieved. It's about time. I've been holding on to this edge, scared to take this full journey, and now I'm ready to release. It was from the divine feminine, and from a female that's having divine, same thing spiritually. She's ready for this storm to happen, and her divine masculine energies, she's ready to go on ahead and maybe give that karmic the walking papers, or going ahead and do what she has to do. She's sad about it. She might feel a little inadequate about how it's going to look, but she's grateful for the opportunities of being with the karmic, because person, place, a thing. She's been bored in the situation, and she's like, you know, it's maybe someone's feeling in the female that's having these things and say, I'm surprised that this house ending, how it came to this point, how it's come to this conclusion. And so that would be how that would be for as far as in their fields. Okay. So what things is going to be able to, what's going to, life changes is going to happen for clear, for the collective, for us to collectively, divine feminine and divine masculine energies, we got to keep the faith. How are we going to keep the faith? Well, one thing is we got to eliminate and create the space for new things to come in. So some of us might need to do some physical clearing as well. If you're interested in doing that, hit Vanita for Wave of a Beautiful Warrior. She has a cleaning service that she can be able to do energetically. Let me see if I can find her so I can advertise for her where she's at. I know she should be that far. I can see it. Hold on. It's in here. Let's top. Yeah. Hold on one sec, because I got to look. I'm strolling through all of this. Give me 1 second. I know she's there. Is she not on this one? Okay. All right. Lord, is it a divine? Here it is. Divine Light Rising at gmail.com. If you're interested in getting your area cleared, your environment, surrounding a room, it's got stagnant air, it's stagnant energies, go to her and she can be able to do an energy clean of a space and an area. She could do it in person, and she could do it also via through virtually too as well. Okay. So that's what I would say about that. Keep the faith. So you got to eliminate. You got to eliminate some things in your mind, these old thoughts. You got to eliminate these people that's associated with these past. I would say right now, this is a real good time to get you some kind of past life regression sessions as well. I do those. I do those also virtually as well. And so if you're interested about that, make sure you can go, you can hit me up at, I don't think it's on there, Divine Unisoci at gmail .com, or you can go to, I think I have it on there, divineunisoci.co, and you can be able to book a session for that as well. Okay, either one, you can be able to get in touch with that. So again, sentimental feelings to me is, again, is nostalgic about the past, about how it is. Maybe that might be convincing you not to go because you're all in your feelings about that things. I'm hearing the song feelings, nothing more than feelings. So about the feelings thing. And so you got to be able to release that. I see the color brown here. I see purple. Keep the faith. Make sure that you keep alignment so you can be able to get those downloads too as well. That's why I told you earlier, Spirit is telling me in order to anchor down, you got to now watch what you're eating and to eat lighter. Okay, so you can be more into the spirit. Watch you, make sure you're hitting your water intake, doing those things as well to help you. I see the color orange. Watch your connections. You got to clear that out. Healthy connections. Are these people, what are they doing? I have in my classroom where I have a bucket, and I either say what is filling you and what is draining you. Maybe some of you all need to kind of look and do a check-in and say, and this actually get you and sit there and mentally say, who's filling me right now? Okay, who's draining me right now? And maybe make you a list of then saying, okay, now I've got to get to the point to say, who stays, who goes? I mean, is this something that is like, I still need you, I don't want to burn a bridge, but again, you just be someone that I love at a distance? Or is it really truly I should be working on, you drain me to the point that you're toxic? I need to find either one, a way how I can get away from you, or if it's like family members that you can and they're like really apart, and family members you can apart from, but if it's from that part, it's a family thing, then I've got to come up with a strategy to kind of deal with it, that I can be able to get as much distance from you as possible. So that's something else. Oh, excuse me, but my left breast is carried. So that means some of you all, it's the maternal, whoever it is that I'm feeling with you that's having the mother thing, it's a maternal mother. It's on the maternal side. So whoever that is, there you got to kind of deal with that as well. So that's something that your life changes that you got to do. We'll just keep the faith for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And then those sentimental feelings, watch them, because they'll keep you kind of in continuous loops, stuck into the past and not wanting to move on. So that's something that you've got to deal with in finding how you can be able to make that change. Okay. All right then. So what is the spell casters? I got my spell casters, and they're going to tell us what is it like if we can cast a spell to change our life's past, what would it be? Okay, so we're going to look at and see what is it that we need to, as a divine masculine and a divine feminine, what is it that we need to change. Let me move this down because I know I'm getting more in the view. Clear. What is the thing that we've got to cast? What is the magic? I was interested. I'm taking a course on crystals, and they was talking about how you lay the crystals for the magic, which is to create the energies, the MAGICK. Because I always wonder, I say, why they say that? They didn't spell magic wrong. I'm the teacher in me saying, okay, now this person, either they're from or from another country, and most of the time, they spell things a little differently. But it's interesting that they said that. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to get this spellcaster thing and see what they're saying for us that we need to do as far as the spell we need to weave for this card. Let's see. It says forgiveness, and that goes right online with us understanding. Here it is right here. It goes right in line with us understanding about this past and this karmic, because those things, two things came up. The understanding to step out of your comfort zone about the karma, because some of us can feel like the karma has got us locked in to a certain thing because of the hard lessons. But understanding that again, that our life lessons, the things that have happened, especially our experiences from the past, our past lives, help us, that we need to get to this point where we at this intersection they're showing me, which is of forgiveness. So how do we move out of that? What kind of spell do they have here for us to understand about forgiveness? Now, magic is just, again, getting ourselves in alignment and creating that shift in power through our own energies to create and make things manifest and be so. So let's not go into all the other, get very deep and off track with the syntax of the words that's being used. Okay. All right then. So now let's look at forgiveness. Okay. Okay. It's time to set yourself free from hurt and anger and betrayal, especially from the karmic or the karma, the place, person, place, or thing, and your past. Be kind, forgive yourself, and give yourself permission to be forgiven. Others may be reeling from your actions, or you could be a target of judgment, shaming, or disapproval. Soothe your wonderful heart by radiating love out to those who have injured you. This is not giving them permission for bad behavior, but rather heals your hurt instead. Resentment is a prison door that harbors emotional distress, while forgiveness holds the key to freedom. So make peace with your pain as you release attachment to the situation and move on. Interesting. Now, this is what they got in here. I'm going to read this. Spell incantation. On a Sunday evening during a waning gibbous moon, place some paper, a pen, and a bowl of water in front of you. Hold an Apache tears crystal to your heart, face west, and say, crying river, emotional flow, harboring hurts, it's time to let go. Hard to forget when treated that way. Release and be healed upon this Sunday. Damage is done, near to relieve. Write down the names of whom to forgive. Place your paper in water, holding it down. Picture their actions and watch them drown. Apache tears promote liberty. Forgiveness granted, now be free. Place the paper in the bowl, then the crystal to hold the paper down into the dark moon, and now say, gratefully I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. Okay? So the magical meanings that we have to deal with this, they're saying, is stop being the victim. That makes sense. Tell someone if you're being bullied. Seek peace of mind. I talked about that earlier. You can seek you some time for yourself. Look to the future and remain positive. Forgive and forget. You've been let off the hook. Okay. What I would say also with that is practice doing the Honopono prayer. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. Or thank you. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Say that by power of three. So it be, uh, and that will be able to help you. You say it for yourself. You say it for the person. You can invoke the violet flame as well to be able to help you. Two, using Saint Germain, who is one of the ones that send the masters, is really truly about forgiveness and invoking that and burning up that, using that violet flame energy as well. Remembering again, like you said earlier, about still, it's a difference. You don't okay or confirm, you condone the behavior, but again, still being able, we're talking about your um cohort and how they have been acting. You still, again, in the 3D, you don't have to, again, to, as Sean has said on the video, be confirming or seem like you are saying it's okay with the behavior that you are not in agreement with, that bad behavior, but you still in the 50 can still send them love. It does not, and Shauna and I are both in agreement about that. Sending them love over there is not a way to solidify them being in the relationship or wherever it is that they're in, that karmic situation, person, place, a thing. All it is that giving them the strength and saying, I believe in you. And they still going to deal with the things that they're going to deal with over there. But I like that. So this is something again. So it's forgiveness. So how you can do that, you don't want to do all that waiting to the moon and whatever some people do. Believe in that. But one thing, a way you can be able to change the atmosphere or to change the energy is definitely by doing a Ho'oponopono prayer. I like how he's saying creating the list of people that have came that you believe that have harmed you or that have made you to stay in the victim mode, and start saying a Ho'oponopono prayer for those people as well, and just keep on continuing seeing the person. I say, even seeing the person and seeing them maybe drown about the things that they have done to you, the actions, and seeing it just being washed away by the ocean, like it tides comes in and it goes back out, and it takes that out there, and it just floats, and it takes that energy out there into the sea, letting Mama Wata to be able to do that, Mama Yamawe to be able to do that and to take that energy on too as well, because she's one of those two about the waters and taking in any of those things with water, especially like saying about emotions. This is something again that you can do some practices that involve water as well. Okay, what am I doing for time? Okay, so now next thing. So in order for us to be able to get into this energy that they want us to be able to step out of our comfort zone, dealing with the things in the karmic, which is our north node, the karma, dealing with that, and then also with the south node that we're dealing with now, which is again dealing with past lives and lessons that we need to learn. In our divine masculine energies, I got two straight up. In order for us to be able to do that in the divine masculine energies, and to do that is to deal with this pure emotions. Watch it and make sure that it's not layered over by ego. Pure emotions, purest of emotions. That means with the purest of intentions, that does not have an underlying motive, doesn't have an underlying objective. So that's where we have to get truly in tune with what we truly want, the heart's desire that we actually want for ourselves. That is going to be able to give us that freedom to want to come out of that comfort zone, because if we say, I'm not comfortable here, this is not where my heart lies, this is not really of pure emotions of why I'm staying here, it's other motives why I'm staying here. Or again, if it's past experiences that we have that's holding us back, we have to get in touch with our heart. Okay, and then they also got here in our divine masculine energies, we got to be gentle with it. You know, don't, I hear my grandmother say, sometimes you got to work real careful. You got your hand in the lion's mouth, and you got to be real careful the way you get it out. Meaning that, again, some of the situations that we are in, she didn't say stay in the situation. She said you still work your way out. Some of us can't just jerk out. We've got to do it as a process, because some of us, our heart is entangled in there. Think about Jada Pinkett Smith talk about entanglement, especially when we talk about people, even places in job, any kind of way we make connections with people. Sometimes it's not so easy to just say, okay, I've been here on the job for 25 years. I done made connections. I done been to people's weddings, people's baptisms, all that stuff. And there's a lot of connections to it. This person looked out for me when, my dad passed. Now I'm telling the person I'm getting my resignation and I'm leaving. It's a lot of things that got to be tied in there. And, even when you talk about leaving somebody, I got a friend, and, I told her, when you get tired and it just gets out your system about this person, you're going to be able to get to the point to kind of get that person they walking papers when it comes. I can talk to you booty to face to a point that I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be here to support you and just be a listening ear. I know where you need to go, but I need you to know where you need to go with this relationship. I can say it all day what you need to do with him, but until you get that understanding about that person, then I just got to ride the wave along with you. And that's what a good friend does. But again, I had to be gentle with her so she could be gentle with herself till she got to the point to say, you know what, this is it. I'm giving you walking papers today. This is something that you have to be gentle with the processes. Rather it's the job, or you want to start this new business and things is not coming together. Be gentle with yourself. Okay, I got to be, what's the new saying now? I got to be okay with not being okay. I got to be okay with the gray. I love that saying, that past life regression that I got from the person's higher self. I've got to be okay with the gray, because maybe sometimes it's not going to be black and white. It's going to be grayish about that. And then she was saying also, I forgot about that one too. She made a good thing, like, I got to know when it's time to cross the bridge. Life is about making bridges. And I said, okay, you got to define, what do you mean by that? So when life shows you a bridge to cross you over from one side to the other, you got to be able and ready to cross over that bridge, because when it's shown to you, it might not be shown to anybody else, but it'll be shown to you when it's time to say, okay, this is where I was, just like they say, holding to the past and getting in the comfort zone. This is where I was. I'm no longer comfortable here. So I need to, now I see the bridge has appeared. And a lot of times that in one of these cards, it shows you a bridge for the journey. And you're going on the other side and you need to take a direction. When the bridges appear in your lives to go and make those connections to get you to the other side, you've got to be ready. And most of the time it will show you it's time now. It's time for you to leave that job. It's time for you to leave that relationship. It's time for you to leave that family member alone. It's time now. So this is where we are in the divine masculine energies. For the divine feminine, in order for us to be able to do what they're saying is stepping out of our comfort zone and letting go of the past. They said in our feminine energies, clear. We need to see what that means in our spirit. Now the other ones talk about in the 3D, what we need to do in have our being in the world, how we need our leadership. We need to operate off of pure emotions, not ego, and we need to be gentle with ourselves as we're going through the process of the transition, because I feel like we're transitioning too as well. For the divine feminine, we got Kuan Yin, same thing in our emotions. Here, I don't know if you can see it, pull back. In our emotions, we need to recognize suffering in order to release. Curiosity breeds compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. So again, we have, that's that victim role where we talked about that forgiveness and that spellcaster. We have been at the point we playing victim. We understand that we want to be able to recognize what's happening with us in the divine masculine energies about these pure emotions. Some of the emotions that we need to look at and we see that's not being a pure thing is that, again, we are suffering, okay? That's another way you can look at it too. Remember, it's positive and a shadow to it. The pure emotion that I'm feeling right now is that I'm a victim. Okay. I'm a victim of my circumstances. Okay. So now I recognize that's really a pure emotion that I'm having right now. This is not me, I'm just talking. I'm having right now. And this is something that I've got to release. This keeps on popping up. Too many times these themes keep on coming up. There's something that you need to realize. And so curiosity breeds compassion. So now at this point, I need to say, well, why is this keep on popping up? Why do people keep on saying these same things? Why do you keep on saying incidents or things keep on popping up? What is it saying to me that I've got to change, that I've got to tweak, and I've got to release? Because this is where we are now. It's no more of seeing it and not doing anything. I think that was on my thing. I think, what's that one? They call it pattern. They saying it's no more about seeing these things. You're now getting to the point that you saying, you know what? It's me that's got to kind of start fixing these things, because again, it's no more. We get to the point of divine feminine, divine masculine energies and saying, I have contributed to this experience that's going on. It's no more of it's him or it's her, none of that stuff. So also we have the essence of all Buddhas is our next thing, kid. The essence of all Buddhas, which is I have the power to make each moment sacred. Everything is material for my liberation. That means everything. And that came out earlier that we're saying about the experiences, especially in the South Node, past experiences, how they come, and the North Node, because that's the karma, how these things have came to help us to be able to grow. And everything is material, no matter the good, the bad, and the ugly. All of them. I think about a comedian, and the comedians always talk about, they ask, where you get your jokes from? They're like, well, I get my material from my experiences. situations, dealing with my family, my friends, things that actually happened down the street. I made jokes off of that. And, you know, sometimes people laugh because they're like, hey, that happened to me. You know, this is really real. All you're doing is confirming. And that's why I'm laughing, because I'm like, my God, it happened to you. And so this is, again, everything, just like the comedian, everything is material in order for us to be able to use, to learn from, to grow, to help us to be a stepping stool, or it could be also a stumbling block too, but it help us to be able to ascend and to elevate as well. So all of these things, every moment is sacred. Every moment is sacred. That's why it's important for you to be in your being. Also, Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. In our spirit, we know that right now, this opportunity, rather them saying it's a storm warning or something's happening that's stirring things up, we know that even in, we got to anchor ourselves into the truth and knowing that, hey, whatever comes my way, it is a possibility that is being shown to open up a way for me to get in alignment with my highest good on this journey. It doesn't matter how it's showing up, that's illusion, or that's false things appearing real. Okay, false evidence appearing real, whichever way it is, there is fear-based. And now I've got to get into understanding, to look beyond that and name it what it is. So this is a possibility. We heard Sean in the candid conversation with Sean said about the karmic or the karmic situation. He'd say, you name it, it's just nothing. It is nothing. It's nothing. What's going on? It's just nothing. What's going on with him in the day? He say it's nothing, because it's nothing. It's not, it really is nothing. It doesn't help. It don't help me to grow. It don't help me to whatever is going on with him. That's his growth, or that's her growth when she's in that situation. So it's nothing. It does not have anything to do with where I am now presently. It does not help me to elevate or for me to ascend. So right now I call it nothing. Because if it's not helping me for my highest good, and it's not helping me to point me in the right direction, then right now, that's nothing I should be studying on. That's none of my business. And that's nothing that really I need to be dividing my focus on. Okay. So understand that you are limitless. And Layla, every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. And that was another thing that came from the young ladies that I had did, understanding that you are really truly in the driver's seat. I think in the divine feminine energies, we have a tendency to believe that everything is happening to us, and sometimes emotionally from the material side of it, from the divine masculine energies. And we have issues of really understanding that we do have mastery and dominion, I'm hearing, over what's happening to us in our 3D world. We think we have more control of what's happening in our 5D, but if we really would take introspection and think about what's happening in 3D, a lot of times we are a little kind of iffy on that. Okay, now I got some new cards. These are called doors. Divine doors. I love these. This is new. Divine doors. So now let's look and see for the collective, what is the divine door that spirit is opening up for us? So we're closing our eyes and we are seeing the door in which spirit is opening up for us now, so we could be able to have this stepping out of our comfort zone, and also being able to let go of the past, the things in the past that's holding us back. And so the door the spirit is now opening for us is the following: birth. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. Okay, this is the door in which spirit is now opening for us. So now, after doing all of these things, and this is the direction that it wants us to be in, and the energies that we have to deal with, this north node and this south node, this week, or whenever you are watching this video, you should be concentrating on seeing about what are the hard lessons this life has been teaching me, that's keeping me in this that I've been keeping myself like a flea with the top on, keeping me in the comfort zone that I need to let go? And what are some past life lessons or relationships that I've been dealing with that has been holding me to and binding me? Some of that stuff is like cords, people cutting cords, letting go. Also looking and seeing about also your past life regressions, your past life that you had too as well. Some of that underlying plays as well as an underlying thing that maybe you might not can get a finger hold on what that is. And so I would strongly also suggest that you go to divineunisouls11.co and get you a a past life regression hypnosis session with me as well, to be able to tap in to see what is going on with that energies. I have two. I have one that I do with cards, and I have one in which you will be able to lay down for you to be able to do it. Either way, I can be able to tap into it. The difference is if I do it with card readings, I'm the one who is searching and finding the lives that are doing it. But when you do it, and with the other session in which you're able to do the past life regressions, you're in the driver's seat and you're letting your higher self tell you what are the lives that are affecting you into the present, that why you're getting the results that you have. Both of them are equally good. Both of them are needed according to this reading. But again, it depends on who you want to drive. You want me to drive or you to drive? These past life sessions as well. But whichever way it goes, again, we are now giving birth to a newness, a new, what do you say again? A new life is unfolding with blessings to us. But again, what's my saying? In order to begin something, you got to end something. You can't be driving with one foot, you hitting the accelerator, and at the same time you looking in that rearview mirror. You will not be able to progress and move on to the next gateway the spirit has for you. Okay. So as we're at the end of this, please make sure, I got a new thing too as well. If you make comments down at the bottom, I will throw your name in the drawing. That's going to be for the raffle, or the chance for you to be able to get some of those prizes that we're going to give at the ground zero. So if you make comments on these videos up until Sunday, you will have a chance to be thrown in there as well. For those you all, and I will select one person out of the comments down below. If you share about the event that we're going to have, also the 4-4 event on your Instagram, because I can be able to see that as well. If you share it on there, you put the ground zero, or you put Divine Unisouls ground zero and Divine Unisouls on your Instagram as well. You will be able to, I will throw you into a drawing as well for you to be able to get those great prizes. We got the Yoni's theme. We got a 30-day transformational program as well that is up for the drawing. We have Benita having her own, that cleaning that I talked about, cleaning your area. She's also going to give out some, she's going to also give out her services for that, for the drawing. We also have a past life regression session also by Kathy D. And you also have, for me, I'm going to do a mission and purpose reading. I'm going to throw that into the mix as well. And we also, if you live in the Chicagoland area, Hot Works is going to also give a 1-month membership with a small gift card as well, for you to be able to go to their gym, work out for a month on them. Okay. But you got to enter, and that's $5 for the raffle ticket. For you all, if you are not entering, if you don't have your chance, and I'm not entering, because like I said, I'm going to look down at the bottom, I'm going to pick a name the spirit tells me, then I'll throw them into the raffle as well for Sunday. So you can be able to participate and get a chance at winning one of those wonderful prizes as well. Please make sure to go over to divineunisouls11.co and to go get your ticket. I mean, for you to register for the event, because it's free. It's going to be YouTube Live. It's going to be on April the 4th at 2 p.m. Central Time. 2 p.m. Central Time. So make sure that you be able to partake in that. It's going to be lovely. We're all excited. We're all excited about what we're going to do for the event and what we're going to bring you. And we're also going to have somebody doing yoga. So it's going to really, truly be a treat because she's like, oh, I want to do breath work with her. I want to make sure that they're up to speed, really get the stretch in and move that energy. And so she was really extremely excited about doing that with us. Okay, make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Please make sure that you do that. My understanding is on YouTube. Some of you and share with people in the Twin Flame community, because myself and other people that I do know that's on YouTube are complaining the same things. People have been subscribing and been taken off of YouTube as well. So I hope the AI hears me saying that. It's been reported and said, and we've all said that people have been on our subscribers list and they have been taken off of the subscriber list in chunks, in big numbers. So please make sure that you might say, I'm already on here. Look and see and make sure that you are on here. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and make comments too down in the bottom, because again, that's the only way. Because I've had people say, I thought you was gone. I didn't know you was still at it. So please make sure you do that so it can come through the timelines and the people's feeds, so they can be able to, even just by hitting the like, which is saying thank you for you sharing your knowledge, being on the what you know on the journey and what you are being brought to, because I'm clairsentient and claircognizant, because I know what I know. I got all of them. Really, I can smell, touch, taste, and not even be there. So all of those things. So again, make sure that you are doing that so everybody can, because you'll be surprised. Maybe somebody might see it against their timeline and say, oh my gosh, he's still here. So please do that, because like I said, they want to say on YouTube is because of the people that cutting down because of COVID and things of that nature. But there's some other things that's going on here. We see the storm, and especially if you're coming with that truth and you're trying to help out with light workers as well. There's interesting energies that are at play as well too with that. So just make sure that you do your part to make sure that you are helping out with those of us that really truly at heart, they say, I want to help the collective, I want to help the light workers, and I want to get this message out to them about how they can truly have the keys into union. Okay, all right then. So thank you those who came on here. Take that off. Thank you those who came on here with me as I did this live. The next time will be on Friday with the Playground Experience. Time will be at 7:30 Central Time. Don't know the topic. Just wait until you see the notification come up there, and it will tell you exactly what we are going to be talking about for today. Thank you so very much. Not even on my phone, I can't see. Hey, it's my sister. Hey, and my niece. Okay. I couldn't even see nothing. Hey, Miss Cheek. Hey, Vicky. Okay, thank you for hanging out. Yeah, release attachments. Thank you. Woo-hoo. Ha-ha. My little hand. Got excited. Okay, thank you again for those of you all that hung out with me in the Sunshine Lounge. Oh, you're going like this because I did something. Thank you for hanging out with me at the Sunshine Lounge. And I will, again, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. And I'm going to stay, and I'm going to go. Thank you. All right. My phone is trying to kiss me. It's trying to give me, it's my thing trying to give me a kiss. All right, then. Until next time, see you Friday. eat